there friends, this is Grace and welcome to my channel. Welcome to process video 239 entitled My Favorite People. So this was based off of a sketch that Allison Davis from Scrapbook Generation put out for her sketch support. This was back in, I think back in February, maybe. I think so. It's been a while. Anyways, I had liked the sketch and I'd wanted to create one. And I told myself, okay, I'm going to participate this month. And as you can see, it is already April and I'm just now participating. Oh well. But I still had this idea in my head and I've started cutting the papers. And so I wanted to finish it up. And I thought, well, maybe since I didn't get to participate, I can at least create a video out of it. So the main bulk of the sketch was a collection or cluster, I should say, a collection of circles that you were to cut the circles and kind of place them together. Well, I was looking at some of my papers and I have this black and white rose type of paper and I thought it was really like sophisticated. But then I was thinking, well, how can I incorporate more color into my layout? And I thought, well, why not pull out my watercolors and add some color to this black and white paper? It's kind of like, you know, the back in the day when we would watercolor and fill in some images. There's already an image, you just gotta add some color to it. And so that's basically what I did here. And I really like the effect. Just want to let you know though that because this is not a watercolor paper, that it did make my page or my paper kind of bow, and I had to, once I was done watercoloring, I had to put the paper like in between, sandwich it in between something heavy so it's not too bad, but it's okay. I mean, it still works for the design that I had wanted. So these photos are of my family. We do a kind of a formal photo shoot during the fall to get ready for, or to pick a picture that we will use for our Christmas cards. And so this was 2019. And we used colors, we used some blues and black and whites for our like outfit color scheme. And so that's what I'm trying to incorporate in this particular layout, was adding some, just the blues and then the black and whites. There is some gold to this particular paper collection. This is from Die Cuts with a View, but I love the golds because it reminds me of the kind of gold tone of the nature that we were in, because it's fall, you know, you have all these browns and yellows and reds in the in nature. You don't have a lot of the greens anymore. But I like to incorporate that one. So I'm just basically, I've kind of pre-cut a lot of these items already, but I will be just basically adhering them, and then I will be adding my embellishments. Now, I'm going to address my lighting with this particular video. I know it sucked. And I did not realize that it sucked until I was finished with this layout. So I apologize that this particular video is awful. I think I have one more video using this particular light. And so you're going to have one more video from me that's looking awful. But then after that, I changed my bulb, my light bulb, for my lighting system, and it worked better. I was trying to use one that would not have that glare, but I have discovered that it's not really the bulb. It's because I didn't use my, if you're a photographer, you know what I'm talking about, but you know how some of the lights, you have to have some kind of umbrella so that the light from the bulb is not too harsh, like it's not hitting your subject straight on. It's the umbrella is there to kind of scatter the light and also to soften it as well. So I had kind of messed around with my setup, and hopefully the layouts after this one and the other one, hopefully that will be better from here on out, and that the glare won't be there anymore. Hoping, crossing my fingers, that will work. Anyways, so going back to the layout, I had, so these photos I had printed as 4x6 because when I print these photos, I usually print them for my in-laws and also for my parents. And so I just add another copy for us. So all of the like formal photo shoot layouts, I mean, sorry, photo shoot photos that I have are all 4x6. I don't do them 3x4. At least I don't do them often as 3x4. And so I had to work with 4x6s here. Now the sketch kind of called for some horizontal photos on the right side of the page. So instead of having, I think it was four, I just did squares so that I can still do that kind of horizontal effect, but using the pictures that I already have. And then I kept the vertical photos 4x6 because it fit enough, like it fit the span of the sketch that I had wanted. So here are some 3x4 photos, or sorry, 3x4 cards that came with the collection. This is actually, it was from a 12x12 piece of paper that I just cut out because I wasn't sure which ones that I wanted. And the beauty about these 3x4 cards, and you can actually, as you can see, I layered them on top of each other to maximize the design and the colors. And so that's something that you can do as well, because you all know we all have 3x4 cards. Like, I think we have a lot more than we should, or I know for me, I should just speak for myself. I have a lot more 3x4 cards than I should own, but I have them. So one of the ways that I can incorporate them into my scrapbooking, my paper crafting, is to layer them over each other. So that's what I'm doing here. And I'm also going to cut that heart. I'm going to create my own accent with it, but that will be for later. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out all these layering pieces that I can use. There's a lot of text in the 3x4 cards, so I'm trying to limit them as much as I can because I don't want this layout to have too many texts. I feel like that's conflicting with the already colorful floral background. And then, of course, I don't want to take any unnecessary, how do I say this? Like, I don't want to take away from the photos as well, because of course that is the main priority here. Now, I could not figure out what I would like to back up that heart. And so because these papers are just single-sided, I just punched a scallop off of the backside of one of the 3x4 cards, and then I will have my white scallop, which turned out better than I had expected it, because then the heart really stood out. And then I had cut out some of these labels from another 3x4. I'm going to cut a notch with this one to make it look like a banner piece. And then I am just going to I'm not going to do any journaling for this particular layout because, and we do this often enough that there's not much for me to different for me to say, but I will be adding like the date and also the location of where we took the photos. Now I'm going to do my title now, and I'm going to spell my favorite people. I like that script font of that thickers. It's gold, and I just love the font of it. But I'm noticing that the word favorite is not going to stand out against that busy background too much. Although I think it could if I just left it alone, but I like that buffer of the vellum with the in between the colorful background and the gold. I don't know. Let me know in the description box below. Did I mess it up even more by putting that vellum, or was that a good call on my part? Let me know in the description box below. And then I'm just going to be marrying the script font with a few more things. I will be adding the my with these circle stickers, and I did put a tiny bit of fun foam on that just to make it stand out. And then I had cut out that banner, or that little frame piece, label, I don't know what you call it, from the 3x4 card. And then I had put the word people on there, and I used some Simple Stories snap stickers, alphabet stickers for that. and I am going to, and I picked the blue just so that it will match the blue that I'm going for the rest of the layout. And that is it. I will be adding a few more stickers here and there. I did pull out some like kind of home type of stickers to see if that's going to work. I will be adding this heart with some fun foam here. And what else am I going to do? Oh, and for finishing touches, I will use some enamel dots for, I think I'm going to put it in 3 different spots. But that is my layout for today. I hope that you guys like this video. Again, I apologize for the color. It's very brown or very like orangey or yellowish, I should say. But I'm hoping that in the near future it will change because I do only have one more layout with this particular lighting scenario, and then I had changed it already. What else am I going to do here? Trying to figure out. Oh, so here are some chipboard phrases from Cartabella. It has kind of a home theme, and so I'm going to add that there, or trying to find a spot, but I'm going to add some of these chipboard stickers to my layout just to make that work with my existing design. And that is it, I think. It's been a while since I created this layout. I kind of forgot what I did here. Yep, I'm just going to do all these finishing touches, and then we'll do some enamel dots and we're good to go. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.